This is the TUTTIO Electric-Bike, a dual motor e-bike with some serious attitude and a build that looks ready for anything. Just looking at it, tough 26-inch fat tires, a solid frame, big suspension, and an LCD screen on the handlebars. What really made me curious from the start was the dual motor system. I'd seen it talked about online, but never tried it for myself, and I wondered if it was just overkill for casual riders. So, if you're someone like me, curious about e-bikes and maybe a little intimidated by all the technical stuff, stick with me for this quick review. I'll break it down in a simple, realistic way, with everything I would have wanted to know before taking the plunge. Starting with the basics, the way the TUTTIO looks just gives you confidence. With its full suspension setup both in the front and back, you know it's built for real off-road use, not just riding down the street. When I first got it, the bike was pretty much 90% put together already, which was a huge relief. I'm not exactly a mechanical genius. I did need to mount the handlebars, the seat, the pedals, front wheel, and attach the rear rack. It took me a little over an hour, and I'd say if you can put together basic furniture, you'll be fine. If you get stuck, there are video guides online, which help me with the trickier steps. From my first ride, what surprised me the most was how natural the fat tires felt. Those 26-inch, 4-inch wide tires really smooth out anything under you. Potholes, gravel, even sand. I took it on a dirt trail behind our neighborhood, and honestly, it just rolled right over everything. A lot of e-bikes can be jumpy or stiff, but not this one. That's probably because of the full suspension, which I found out is adjustable. If you're new to this, suspension systems like these help absorb the bumps and keep the ride comfortable, especially when you leave paved roads. The real star of the show is the power. This e-bike comes with dual 1,000-watt motors, one for the front, one for the back. What that means for someone like me who isn't a professional rider is that you actually get two-wheel drive on demand. There's a little red button to switch between single and dual motor modes. When you hit the dual motor setting, you get both wheels pulling you along, and the difference is definitely noticeable, especially on hills or rough terrain. For daily riding, I actually use the single motor a lot to save battery, but when I want a little thrill, dual motor is where it's at. According to the specs, the bike can hit up to 46 miles per hour, but with my 190 pounds and some gear, I maxed out around 41 to 42. For me, that's more than fast enough on an e-bike. Range is one of the biggest concerns I had before buying, and it was a big part of my decision. The TUTTIO comes with a 52V30Ah removable battery, which is pretty huge. In pedal assist mode, which means you pedal lightly and let the motor boost you, the manufacturer claims over 90 miles. I only managed around 75 miles in real-life mixed riding in one day, switching between full motor and pedal assist, with a few stops. Still, I think that's impressive. On pure electric mode, which is just throttle, no pedaling at all, I got closer to 35 miles before the battery dipped into the low zone. That's with hills, mixed surfaces, and some headwinds. All in all, the range felt more than enough for anything I'd want to do in a normal day. Let's talk braking, because when you're riding something this fast and heavy, TUTTIO says the bike weighs about 88 pounds, you want to feel safe. The hydraulic disc brakes are strong and very responsive. I didn't feel any sketchy fading, even going downhill at higher speeds. In wet conditions, they performed without any drama. For me, the peace of mind is worth it. About features. The bike has a 7-speed mechanical shifter, which some people might overlook. I found that combining the gears with the pedal assist modes, you can really fine-tune how much effort you want to put in versus how much the motor helps. I think beginner riders will appreciate that you can coast along or get a workout, depending on the mood. There's also an LCD display that shows real-time speed, battery, motor status, and your selected pedal assist level. It's clear and easy to see, even riding in bright sunlight. As far as comfort and design, the TUTTIO surprised me. The seat is padded and wide enough that I wasn't sore even after a couple hours. The handlebar height is adjustable, and I found a comfortable position pretty quickly. I'm 6'2", and this bike feels like it was made for full-grown adults. It claims a 330-pound load capacity, and in my testing, with me and a packed rear bag, it didn't complain at all. The rear rack is sturdy enough for groceries or gear. A little detail I didn't expect to use much but ended up really liking was the horn and headlight setup. The headlight is surprisingly bright, and the horn actually helps a lot when you need to let pedestrians know you're coming, especially in crowded parks after dark. There's also a taillight and brake light, a small touch but important for safety if you plan to ride at night. The TUTTIO gives you 6 riding modes. For a new user, this sounds confusing, but it boils down to whether you want one or both motors on: pure electric, pedal assist, or traditional pedaling. There's even a cruise mode and a walk mode, which I used once when I had to walk the bike up a steep driveway. Being able to switch so easily between modes is actually useful. I thought it would just be a gimmick, but in daily riding, you end up using them depending on the terrain and how tired you are.